today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
It's a sight that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New England Patriots. And able to get this out to the 25. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And he more than did his part. The wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2. But his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That one complete to Hill. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. It just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here come the Chargers as they get set for their first drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. That escapes the sand. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Justin.
I like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Patriots take over. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Tagovailoa toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
McCaffrey on the carry.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for Christian McCaffrey. Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, L.A. A.J. Brown, 75 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10.
New England trying to get a place on offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Taken down at the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He is going to find Hill here. And getting this just shy of midfield, he'll spot it at the 49. And it'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
First and 10 at the 40.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Chargers 7, Patriots nothing.
Here's McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
New England on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
2 yards.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Here's Tua. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. 4. New England on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Tua into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Kettle Witherspoon. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
First and 10.
That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those.
It's a foot race. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 78 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game, because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, it's Tua. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And the Chargers 1st down.
Herbert. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
A 28-yard.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. How about the example right here?
2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down.
Chargers 17. Patriots.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard
Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. With them losing here in the 2nd quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I said just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. On 2nd down, Tua. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. That took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. On the corner blitz that time, the sack goes to Denzel Ward.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
First and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
On the throwaway. Brings up
so now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
That's the end.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC Divisional Round game.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. On first down, Taylor. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
He's across
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Jonathan
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off. that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard
So
line.
here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
First down.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Lloyd brought him down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Rashawn Evans on the tackle. It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Herbert on 3rd down now, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this.
Herbert on the keeper. A gain of 14.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Taylor.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Tackle made by Robert Quinn. A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. all runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
The ball carrier brought down at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, McFarland. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They'll run with McFarland. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Patriots take over 1st and 10. At their own 27.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change, not to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home was a big deal, but now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in, enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep, and it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And some room to run now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th. That's sort of a prime example, is it not, of selling out defensively on 4th and short?
It certainly is, because what you're doing defensively is saying you're going to stop them right there at the line of scrimmage or make a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Instead, they get just enough of a hole chopped, and you're thin on the 2nd and 3rd levels, then you become a chaser instead of a tackler.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. The 40, the 20, 10, and this is going to be a Charger touchdown.
Los Angeles.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Green to bring it back. And he'll get it. Past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a hit, and the ball is out. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Quarterback is sacked. Fumble on the play.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday, and it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this fourth quarter. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, here's McFarland. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for a possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
And now out come the Patriots. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall. Two and now on first down. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
35-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Not much there, only a yard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. His throw incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And returning it, here's Hamler. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check. 3 down. Watch 9. Watch up.
And they take a knee.
Well, that was a third and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
The Chargers, they're going to continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everyone.